Bunty. Is this okay that we talk about your favorite foods and restaurants today?
Yes, I love to talk about food.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is... What is my favorite food? I have a lot of favorite foods. I like steak. Steak's a classic. Gotta love steak. I like chicken. I like barbecue. I like seafood. I like food from different countries. So all kinds of foods.
Sounds like you have a very well maintained palate.
I do. I like to expand my palate. I like to try new things. Oftentimes I don't like what I tried, but the things that I like, I'm glad that I try new things because it brings more to my eating experience and who I'm sharing it with.
So why are those items you listed off some of your favorites?
Well, I guess part of it goes to when I was young with our family. We would have the regular meals at home, but on special occasions we would go out for steak, like for a graduation or if someone did something really well or a big birthday. So for me, in my mind, steak is kind of a special occasion kind of food. So whenever I have it now, it kind of brings back those feelings from my childhood where something important was happening. Or, it was a big deal to have steak. So it has a lot of memories attached to it.
So it sounds like you feel like when you're eating the steak, it brings up all those good memories you had as a child and all the experience you got when you had those.
Exactly.
What are some of your favorite restaurants?
I like a lot of restaurants that are not mainstream, not the chain restaurants. I'm not big into chain restaurants. I like what are called hole-in-the-wall restaurants, where it's like no one even knows about it, only the locals know about it. It's not fancy, it's not showy, there's not a lot of advertising, but the cooks in there, they cook because they love to cook. They cook because they have a certain ethnic food that they love to make. Those are the kind of restaurants I like. The really homey places, the really hole-in-the-wall places.
So where do you like to get some of your foods that you prepare with your family?
Well, I like to go shopping in Asian and Indian stores, and I really love to cook with other people, especially you and the other kids. Because cooking is a very emotional experience. My grandma always said, and she really taught me that whatever food you make should be flavored with love, and that if you have a feeling of love when you're cooking it, the people that are eating it can sense that. So I love to be in a good mood when I'm cooking. I like to be around people that I love when I'm cooking so that all that emotion and that energy goes into that food.
Do you have like a least favorite restaurant?
A least favorite restaurant, it would probably be some of the fast food restaurants that, I've had, times when I've eaten there just out of convenience, or I was traveling and that was the only thing that was available and I was starving. So pretty much most fast food restaurants are my least favorite because it's very impersonal. The food is impersonal. It's just a commodity. It's just something they do. There's no feeling put into it. And I like food that when it was made, there was some feeling put into it.
How did your parents affect the food you make and like to eat?
Well, my parents being from India and I was from India, at home we always had Indian food. My mom cooked everything, and she was very instrumental in me learning how to cook because she would let me help her, and by watching her, I learned how to make the things that are, common in our culture, and that has. I'm very thankful for that experience because at the time I didn't really enjoy it, but as an adult now, I'm thankful that I was able to learn those things so that I can have that as an adult and hopefully pass some of that on.
Sounds like your mom really inspired you a lot with how you wanted to cook and certain things you like to pass on to even your own kids.
Absolutely. I mean, that's, she and my grandma, taught me how to cook and taught me how to really put a little bit of yourself into what you're making, because when you share a meal with someone, it's not just about the food. It's the social experience and the love and the caring and the giving and the nurturing and the nourishing. All that's part of the eating experience. And my mom really taught me how to make those things important also.
How does your heritage and being from India affect the types of foods you eat and make?
Well, part of it is I love Indian food, and Indian food is pretty spicy, and I love spicy food. I like hot food. I like vegetarian meals. I mean, it's really broadened my horizons, and it's allowed me to try other foods from other ethnic countries, so that it's really been a great experience.
That's really good. I mean, not a lot of people like to, cook. They just want to pick something up, put it in the oven, and, give it to their kids.
Yeah, and that's not, there's times when you got to do that. You're running out of time or you got stuff to do. I mean, everybody understands there's times you got to do that, but that should be the exception. I feel that when you sit down at the table, it should be as a family, and it should be everyone has helped prepare the meal, and everyone enjoys it, and everyone appreciates each other.
I like that. I mean, I like our family dinners because everybody does do their part. What do you like to make when you're on your own, when nobody's here?
Oh, when I'm on my own, I prefer it's called a Dagwood sandwich. Dagwood is an old comic strip, Dagwood and Bumstead, and the sandwiches that guy would make in the comic strip were huge, like 2 foot, 3 foot thick sandwiches. And I love a sandwich that's piled high with all kinds of stuff and all kinds of condiments and stuff running out everywhere, and so high that you have to squish it down and you can barely bite into it, and stuff sprays out everywhere. That's the best kind of sandwich to eat. So that's what I make when I'm alone.
Being from India, how does that affect the techniques you cook with that, the typical Americans wouldn't use?
Well, I do a little bit of fusion of different types of, American and Indian foods, so that a little bit of everything. There's no right or wrong. There's no this or that. It's just all mixed together and all makes it wonderful.
That's really amazing. I mean, you kind of it's kind of like your own melting pot, like America is. You're taking things from different cultures and kind of, infusing it into one meal.
Yeah, exactly. Because eating is part of life, and life is, a melting pot. So, absolutely.
To me, it sounds like you've taken a lot what your mom and your grandma taught you, and taken like stuff that you've picked up from here and there and kind of, infused it into your own style. And it's really encouraging to see that you like to share this with your kids and make them a part of making the meal. So I'd like to thank you for sitting down and interviewing with me again.
My pleasure.